Can everyone hear me? Nice. Thank you so much for having me. And like you said, I'm here from Philadelphia. I've been here since Tuesday, first time in Poland, so I'm very excited to be here. We're going to be talking specifically today about how to elevate yourself from being a technologist, and if you want to become leadership, was focus on specific things that you can do to get your personal grants. It does say women in leadership today, but this presentation is for all technologists, so we keep it pretty inclusive. Like I said, my name is Shannon Ryan. Here's my LinkedIn code. Quick scan me if you have any questions. It's comfortable asking questions out in public. I'd be happy to have a conversation with you offline or through LinkedIn. Personal things about me, I love Lego booths, especially with the new creative director of Legos. I have all the plant sets. I also like kaleidoscopes, mainly because you can see a different vision and perspective of each time you turn a kaleidoscope, so just a little bit about me. And then a staple way is pretty much my motto throughout my entire life. It is a little bit controversial, but stay on the positive side of me about your network is your net worth. So we're going to get through today. Like May says, this is an inclusive presentation. It's not just for women, it's for all technologists, and we'll go through very focused points to how you elevate your career. So let's start off with actually a statistic in women in tech. It's 20% globally. I see about 10 women within, at most 10 women within this audience. So think about that of why this statistic is so low globally. Until something is pulled out, usually within a conversation or a department or even within a company about women and the statistic within the corporation or even startup or company, it is very low until it is brought to notice. So as we know, the tech or IT field is typically male dominated. So think about how you become more inclusive within your teams of having a female presence. However, this statistic is low, but the Free Poland, here's the statistic in Poland specifically, it's very high. So I've spoken about this in many regions. I was just in Pakistan about 8 weeks ago, now I'm here in Poland, and that is statistics are very different. So this is actually extremely positive, and then they have it broken down per region as well. And so keep that in mind, right? How we can always be forward, how we can be prominent within the tech community of women enhancement, women empowerment, and what you could do in your conversations of maybe there is the shy girl in the corner, but she's an excellent developer. How can you develop her to become a leader or even become comfortable in her own skin of presenting to your team? So now, we're going to get past the statistics. Like well, actually, we're at a pipeline conference, so you might like kind of like I do, but we'll get past the statistics, and we're going to talk about how the pathways to get to that leadership role, if it's something that you're interested in. Just like this King Fox and all those little squiggly lines, there's multiple journeys that you could take to get to that leadership role. So think about if you are a tech expert or if you want to become product manager. And I'm one of the speakers today is a product manager, and she is very much on her way path to leadership. I just see it in her. Also, your executive leadership roles, how do you want to get there? So, or if you're keynote speaking or becoming a public figure, by all means, right, meet a influencer. It's more being about how do you talk about yourself, your tech, or e-commercial, like your puppy, within conversation to get it to this specific path. So if you are starting out as a project manager or even somewhere that is just an engineer specifically and you're looking to become a leader, think about the different pathways that you can take to get to that goal. Start small and then lead yourself up to that executive if that is what you want. If you're just a developer, you're not thinking about where you can go, now is the time, specifically in this era as technology is advancing so quickly, right? Change is our only constant in our world as technologists. So think about this as well, of how you get there, because as I mentioned, it's very different journeys for everyone, but you absolutely can get there if you have that confidence within yourself to deliver and be able to communicate. And as that I just mentioned, leadership skills. So as technologists and as a girl that used to be in a closet programming websites because no one knew what to do with me, I had to develop these skills. So think about this, right? And these skills on this slide seem pretty easy, like obvious, right? But if you can actually call in and become confident and your authentic self through these leadership skills, this is how you advance very rapidly. So communication, right? We all can talk, we can all have contact, hopefully, right? But it's understanding your mannerisms, what people are doing with their body language, the nuances in conversation that will help you in your communication as well. Additionally, if we are coding something to turn a box gray within a product, what does that mean actually, right? What does that actually do for the product itself? What does it do for our customers? In communicating, to be able to communicate the code, the tech to higher leadership like myself is very challenging. It's actually very hard to do. So if you can master the communication within your discussions to your managers, this will definitely help you become a leader. The next is strategic thinking. So again, as technologists, we are in the code. We are not thinking bigger, higher level. So if you ever are talking to any type of executive, in America, we call it an eagle eyes either, right? Try to look down and seeing how it can all affect everything. This is strategic thinking. So how you take that code and then become a strategic thinker, that's through conversation, communication, listening to your product leaders, your project managers, putting it all together so you can see a holistic view of what you are doing. So that becomes a higher level strategy. And then also that becomes communication on what the product is doing for the customer. If you can, and actually these two, I would say are the highest skills that are needed from technologists. If you can master these two, that road to your addiction is truly launched. Trend analysis. So we're going to get into the next slide of some trending technologies. But this is understanding the market. And as technologists, we're like, why do we understand the market? What's the point? But if we can stay current in the market, if we can know what's coming, think about 6 months in advance of where we are headed from a tech perspective, right? Big boom right now in artificial intelligence. You know, it's been here forever. But now with the past, 2 years, huge boom. Now we're also seeing the negative side effects of that trained keyword, artificial intelligence, right? You can see it all over social media. You know exactly what is generative AI compared to something that's handwritten. That is what I'm talking about, of where we're at this high of artificial intelligence, which is absolutely amazing for us. But now, where do we go within the ebbs and flows of the market? Trend analysis. As a leader, you will be able to speak about that, and you will have to speak about that to plan the next product cycles. Emotional intelligence. This one is a very hard one to master from my own experience. Like I said about mannerisms and being able to read people, reacting to how they're looking at you, even how they're having a conversation with you. That is emotional intelligence, is being able to take the drama, as you say in America, out of the conversation, not taking something personally and being able to deliver. That's emotionally intelligent. That also comes with interacting with more people, communicating with more people. Again, that's not an easy check off the box. That one is something that we all try to work for as leaders. Decision making. This one comes with confidence. I'm sure you're hearing me say the word confidence a lot within this presentation. But being able to make a decisive decision as a leader is something that is developed as well. As a leader, there are many decisions you have to make, from 15 seconds to 6 months decision. Is being able to be decisive in your decision making through that trend analysis, through that strategic thinking that will help you make those decisions. And then adaptability and embracing change. Me specifically, this is something that I always have to work for because I'm not very good with change, even though I travel all over the world. But within the team, it's being able to pivot, it's being able to have that adaptability, maybe a little bit even fluid of your team to embrace that change, right? Like I said, changes are only constant in our world of technology. So being able to have these leadership skills, soft skill, we call them soft skills and hard skills. To me, they're skills as a person, as a human, personally and professionally. This will absolutely help you to get on your path to leadership, which, again, there's many journeys. So you decide where you want to head, to find these skills, work on them, or as leaders, we are always continually to work on this, and then you absolutely will be successful. So like I mentioned, we're training analysis, training technologies. I got a little bit ahead of myself about the artificial intelligences that we're out of habit, but at my company, Veritas Automata, we specialize in digital chain of custody. So we have an artificial intelligence practice, we have R&D labs, we have these mad scientists that are absolutely brilliant, but we have these technologies specifically on this screen to be able to craft a solution for our customers. Now, this doesn't just come through artificial intelligence, right? That's the bold that everyone wants. But it's all these other trending technologies that we are able to use amongst the other ones that are not just populating, right? It's being able to provide solutions. So it might be obvious to some of y'all to think about these technologies working together, but others it's, well, what is Kubernetes? What is cloud computing, right? Or how can we take all these technologies on this screen then provide a solution? So it's train analysis, being able to make that decision, continuous learning about what is trending and what is headed in the market, and then pretty much thinking about the future as a technologist, that will help you as well. So now we're going to hone in on a specific example. I'm trying to stay within my time plan. So we will hone in on a specific example. I'll override again, and then I will absolutely be open for questions. And keep your mind a little bit about this next conversation because it is a little bit different as technologists of what we are used to do. So here specifically on the left-hand side, we see a Kubernetes symbol specific. It could be any symbol or any logo, right? It's about continuously learning. So we take that trending technology, we learn something about it, we get certified in this, and then is that professional and personal development. From here, if you ever work with your marketing team, it's called social amplification. Essentially, use your social algorithms in your favorites, promote your personal brand. We'll get a little bit into what is that personal brand. But here you start sharing with your network all across different channels. By different channels, I mean not necessarily LinkedIn. I'll show you examples from LinkedIn, but it could be Medium, the article channel, a TikTok if you want to go there, LinkedIn. Think about how you can promote your continuous learning, your personal brands across these social channels and within conversations to be able to promote yourself essentially. That will also help you get in that confidence, be able to speak to people when you're at events like this, and then grow your network, right? So from the little yellow dots, we get into growing your network. The more people you meet, the more it will enhance your journey on becoming a leader. So this also is your network is your net worth. Think about that as well, because the more people that you know, the more people you can see to, and they know who you are, will help you in your career. And from here, then you go on to essentially being able to solve challenges faster, have that strategic mindset, and then also you'll be growing your friends and your colleagues. So this isn't a one-sided transaction by any means, right? It's mutual. So thinking about like attending these events and really gain your trusted network. So not only that you are trusted, but you trust your colleagues and the people that you're in your space with, right? We're all here together. So again, pull back a little bit. I actually got a question about this last night, about promoting your personal brand. And I want us to be clear on what this is, because as technologists, if you don't work with your marketing team or if this is a new concept to you, I definitely want to go through this. So a personal brand is who you are inside and out of a digital presence. So it's your authentic self. Me, I like Legos and I like kaleidoscopes, but I also love growing things and I love help mentoring people for their futures, right? That is me personally and professionally, and that's my personal brand. I love the travel as well, obviously. So here it really differentiates yourself from the rest of the public. That's where you become authentic in yourself. And then also your key components is being able to talk about yourself, being able to be confident in yourself that you can stand up on stage or be camera ready on a call or be client facing, that they know who you are, because being your authentic self will help you become that leader, but also be more able to have future conversations. Okay, so building that strong brand, right? We went through the cycle of growth. We went through what specifically was a personal brand. Now we start defining your brand. So here is figure out who you want to be, right? And that is like the age-old question of who do I want to be when I grow up? It's really trying to define that, okay? So identify your strengths and lead into them, right? If you're an excellent developer, but you're a little bit shy, right? So you can become a tech expert, right? One of those wiggly lines onto the path of leadership. Create that personal mission statement of who you are, who you want to be, what your future self wants to be as well. Anything that you're talking about, keep in mind that you want to elevate it to your future self and that goal as well. So that's what you're bringing out to the public, because that's what you're promoting. Your online presence. Now, the next couple of slides are going to be a LinkedIn example, but think about all of the different channels that you could be on to have a personal brand. You're not made to social media, but you'd like to write articles or you want to become that thought leader. Maybe it could be on Medium or even a stream on Twitch, something like that. The possibilities are endless, but as you have an online presence, it's called digital positioning. Easy. Work the algorithms in your favor. So you're posting constantly. You're posting something that's authentic to yourself. You're creating that online presence to promote yourself. And then your professional image. In America, this is a little bit of a controversial topic, but it needs to be said, right? You have an online presence, so think about the implications that could have if something was too negative. Also think about your image as well. So we want to do good. We want to be good in this technology field, right? Y'all are so intelligent, right? So you deserve to have the online professional image through how you communicate, how you strategically think, emotionally intelligent, and you deserve that for yourself. Okay, so here I'm going to use two examples from my team. We're going to actually hone in on David on your left-hand side. And so this is an ideal state of your LinkedIn profile. Again, I'm quoting in on LinkedIn, but there's multiple channels that you could be doing to promote your personal brand and to provide visibility to showcasing your expertise. So here, David gets certified in Kubernetes. Again, right? You're saying that's symbol for cloud layer technology. He writes the social posts. Now, it doesn't end there. Also, he spent about 40 to 60 hours specifically studying for this exam, right? So you also owe it to yourself when you are professionally developing yourself, because you spend so much time on this, right? Then he goes on and he adds these details to this profile. Now, if you're not familiar with the LinkedIn algorithm, the higher you have things checked off on your box of things that you have done, the higher your profile will be searchable. Now, by no means am I saying, please, update your profile to find a new job, right? This actually is searchable for your company's expertise. So think about that. I was talking on a couple slides earlier about commercializing your tech. If you were thinking about being a part of sales or marketing, or even if you are a thought leader for your marketing team or your sales team, your clouds, your expertise is the weapon for the company. So here, David is now searchable. If any of our customers are like, who is this person that's working on this project? They can find David and they can see, wow, he took this time to become certified amongst many other things, writing blogs, being a thought leader for the, of course, marketing team, but commercializing the tech. If you're unfamiliar with what I mean by that, please come and meet me, because that is definitely something you'll have to be able to talk about as a leader. And then finally, he puts this as the featured image on his profile. These are 5 steps that are pretty quick, right? It takes about 20 minutes, give or take, to do all these steps. But now he's fully searchable, and his profile, let's go back on slide, on the left is now fully client with the LinkedIn algorithm. So keep this in mind when you are building your LinkedIn social profile. Again, it's a social profile, so there is a little bit of a derogatory response for it, but this is the only social profile that is the highest for B2B sales, business to business sales. So think about that. Also recruiting, right? There's another element of recruiting for LinkedIn, which will populate this within the recruiter searchability and algorithm. But from a commercialization standpoint, or even a thought leadership on your path to leadership, this is definitely a start for you. Okay, I'm going on time. All right. So here are some other opportunities to build your diverse network. So going to events, right? Having those conversations, being confident in yourself to have those conversations. Also, get into mentoring. So as a leader, right, we have to mentor. We have to set the path for the future generations. This is something you could do as well. If you are a little shy, right, as technologists, I understand. And being on stage is maybe not your end goal, but being some type of mentor for the next generations, think about that as well. Start small, and then start building your diverse network as well. Of course, leveraging your professional platforms. Like I said, LinkedIn is the VO platform for social, specifically as in coasting, but think about other outlets as well that you could have your thought leadership articles as well. And then think about open source projects and collaborations. Start project, right? Be that gear in your space that you're like, I want to do this. I've been looking at other technologies, maybe I compare this with whatever your specific language's skill set, and do something cool, right? We're technologists. We're supposed to be innovative. This is the field that everyone wants to be in now. So start thinking about that sooner than later, because that will also set you apart from your mate within your HT. Okay. And so speaking of mentors, this is success stories. These are the ladies that will be on stage today. They're here, they're in this crowd. Thank you for joining. Ask them questions. All of these women are success stories within their own. We have a broader manager, we have engineers, advocates, right? So this is your group, this is your team amongst all the amazing men that are also presenting today. If you are a female in tech, please connect with all of us, because we will help you get there. This is the entire journey of women empowerment, of getting the statistic higher and whole and excellent. But globally, these are the women that you should be connecting with. These are your mentors. These are the people that will help you get there. So right on time, I'm gonna ask a couple, open this floor for a couple questions. If you don't have time, this is my LinkedIn QR code, and at least night code.
Can we just stand for a few questions? Yeah.